Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, coming to you live. Super excited to share some things with you today. As we get started, let's go ahead and get acquainted. Go ahead and shout out in the comments below who you are and where you're tuning in from. And don't forget, you can click the share button to share this message with a friend today. And as you're introducing yourself, I'll introduce myself. Again, click number 1 if it's your first time watching. Who am I? I am Sarah Robbins. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned one of network marketing's very top leaders. I personally sponsored over 300 people into my network marketing business. We built a team of over 300,000. That team went to do over $1 billion in sales just in a year. And I am one of the top female network marketing leaders today with one of the strongest personal teams. Actually share how I do it in my best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. I hope you guys have it. It is on Amazon as a hard copy, as a Kindle, and audio version too, read by yours truly. And I've got some great training materials on my website, sarahrobbins.com. You can find my entire success system on CD or MP3. And if you want some masterclass courses, guys, specifically on topics like recruiting, so how I recruited over 300 people, like where to find them, what to say, selling tips, how to power present, do all of this on social media with my social media masterclass. All of that is there. Check it out, my website, sarahrobbins.com. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the most common mistakes that I've made in network marketing, but one of the most common mistakes that I've seen other people make when they hit a dead end in the prospecting process of their business. And I believe in just sharing the simple tip that's going to help you with really the prospecting process and keeping things simple and systematic for both you and your team. All right, are you guys ready to dig in? If you guys have any questions, as I'm sharing, please be sure that you share them below as well. So one of the biggest mistakes I believe that you will ever make is you hit a wall in the prospecting process. So what do I mean by this? Well, oftentimes I hear people say, well, you know, somebody said no to me about the opportunity, or somebody said no to me about the products, and they hit a wall and they walk away. You know, they either walk away from the person and say, well, gosh, this person, you know, wasn't interested, and they stop at the no, or even worse, they walk away from their business. And guys, when you say no, you're saying no to your team, you're saying no to your dream, you're saying no to your why, so essentially your family and all of the things that you desire. And quite frankly, you deserve to live an abundant, happy, healthy life. So the biggest mistake, somebody says no, they hit a wall, they say, you know what, that person's not interesting, I'm moving on from them, or worse yet, the business isn't working for me, I'm just moving on from network marketing in general. And I think it's such a shame because, you know, our business is our priority, not theirs. A lot of times people don't even know what it is that we can offer past the opportunity, what it is that we can offer past the product. And remember this always, guys, no doesn't mean no forever. It can mean no, not now, or I don't know enough. People's timing changes because our why changes. For example, I tell the story of my sister who built 2 six-figure businesses online with no paid advertising dollars. She actually trains in my social media summit how she built a 6-figure business on Instagram, no paid advertising. On my social media training, I also train on it how I built a 7-figure business on Facebook with no paid advertising. But she told me no for 10 years in the business because her timing wasn't right. When she got pregnant with her son, my nephew Easton, she said, I think I'm interested in doing this. Her timing changed, her why changed. Nothing about the opportunity changed. I didn't change. In fact, when she said no, I just started asking her for referrals and created a referral reward program. And I share how I do that specifically in my book. And she brought me one of the top 10 leaders on my team through a $50 finder's fee, a referral fee. But I, you know, revisited her with time, but bottom line, she wasn't interested. So it's, again, instead I started to say, okay, who do you know? Who do you know this would be great for? You can share the product, share the opportunity. If they're interested, they join, I'll give you some free product or some cash as a finder's fee. But we make the biggest mistake, right? When we walk away at the no. We hit a wall and we walk away from the person or from the process, just from the opportunity in general. So that's why I believe it's really important that we remember this, that everybody can plug into our business if they know what you are doing. I call it the 3 C's. They can be a customer and they can join you on the products or the service that you're offering. They could be a consultant or a distributor, whatever you want to call it, but I call it the 3 C's. They could join you in the business. But let's say that they're not interested in either. They could also be a connector if they know what it is that you're doing. In the case of my sister, and I say, hey, like, a doctor, realtor, whatever, any business person, I build my business on referrals. I appreciate yours and I would reward you for yours in the form of product or cash as a finder's fee. But they only will do that if they know what it is that you're doing. And of course, if you ask, you have not. If you ask not. I also think that we have to reframe the no and look at it as, hey, we're simply getting closer to a yes. It's not personal rejection, right? It's personal preference. If somebody says no to you, they're not rejecting you. They're just simply saying, I don't want to be the CEO of my own pseudo franchise, my own company. And I just think, well, that's, sad for them, because what other business are you going to get in for low cost, no risk, had the opportunity to turn a profit right away and borrow the credibility of a huge brand and all of the resources of your corporation. But here's the thing, not everybody sees it, not everybody gets it. And, if I offered you a job teaching kindergarten tomorrow and I did it in a room full of 200 people, 2 people usually raise their hand when I do that analogy. Doesn't mean they don't see the value in teachers. Doesn't mean they don't see the value in me. It simply means it's not something that they personally want to do. So it's not personal rejection, it's personal preference. But if we keep working through the numbers, we will get to the yes. We've got to reframe the no in our mind, right? And start to just look at it systematically and say, how many no's does it typically take for me to get the yes? So here's the thing. I'm going to give you a tip on how to reframe this and change this for you. When prospecting, it is super important that you are prepared and you keep things systematic. So I'm going to give you a scenario of what to do and what to say if they say yes, and then I'm going to give you a scenario on what to do and what to say if they say no, okay? So if they say at any point in the prospecting process, you're talking to them or they come to you and they say, hey, I'm interested in your product or in your opportunity, you want to be prepared to say, here's more information, give them the information, and schedule a time to chat. Hey, we're both busy. Let's get on the phone. I would love to tell you more. The idea is to take the conversation, if you're online, offline, but chat together in person, over coffee, over a phone call, what have you. The idea is, hey, here's the info, but let's connect together. Today is Tuesday, I've got these times Wednesday. Let's talk, and I'd love to share more, okay? So that's if they're interested. You've got a simple process. Here's what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm going to send. And really my end goal is to get face-to-face and share more. But what if you hit the no? At some point in the prospecting process, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your business. I'm not interested in your product. What are you gonna do? You're gonna stop, you're gonna start to cry? I give the analogy, it's like a waiter or waitress pouring a cup of coffee. If they offer you coffee and you say no to the refill, that's just their job. They're not gonna stop and start crying and stop pouring. No, they keep pouring a cup to every single person that they meet, right? Not personal rejection, it's just personal preference. It's your job to share, it's their job to decide. So what you need to do to take away the emotion from it is to come prepared with the simple systematic approach. So when somebody says no, what do you say? How do you respond? It's simple. Say thanks, send them a sample, and move on. Follow up and stay in touch. Now here's the thing, you don't have a sample because your company doesn't offer samples. Tell them thanks for their time. Ask them for a referral and continue to follow up. Drip on them, invite them to events or calls from time to time because you never know when people's timing will change. See, what you lack is a system, right? Somebody says yes, what do I do next? Simple. The idea is to get them on a call and to know what information you're going to share. And if they're not interested, what do you do? You thank them for their time, you send them a sample with the hope that they'll fall in love with your product, become your best customer, eventually, want to join you when the timing is right. But ask them for referrals. Ask if you can give them a consultation for the product. Ask them to become your best customer in the meantime if they said no to the opportunity. If you ask them to become your best customer, and then when their timing is right, they've already got the experience with the products, if you ask them, hey, no problem. I know you're not interested, but I build my businesses on referrals. Who do you know that the business and the product would be great for? You see, the biggest mistake that we make is when we hit a dead end, we walk away from the prospecting conversation, or we walk away from our opportunity altogether, and it's such a shame. You know, the other big mistake that I see people make is also they are not invested in becoming a student of the profession as well. Guys, you know, when I started, I was a big bundle of doubt and fear. And I remember literally, like, I was all over the place. I mean, I was all over the place, right? Somebody would say yes, I was in. Somebody would say no, and I would quit. I had 2 people on my team. When 1 person joined, oh my gosh, that was half of my team. And it was constantly being ruled by my disappointments and my emotions. Disappointments are temporary. Instead of being ruled by disappointments, temporary disappointments, moments of defeat, I needed to be connected, to be driven by my dream. And so that's why I really became a student of the profession. I share my story. Yes, I built a $1 billion a year sales team. But here's the thing, guys. When I started, I had no training, no trainers, no compensation plan. We didn't know how we were going to get paid. So you know what I did? I studied people who knew what they were doing, and I put it into practice. And that was the absolute game changer for me. That's why you guys see me here all of the time, sharing what I know and doing so much of it for free, because I believe in blessing back the profession that has so tremendously blessed our family, but also teaching other people how we've done it as well. So wanted to give you guys a quick heads up today, and this is big news. And don't say I didn't share it with you, but last year I put together some masterclasses specifically on recruiting, selling, presenting, sharing on social media, doing virtual events and prospecting online. And they were very, very popular. And long story short, I said, hey, I'm piloting these just for the course of the year, and it is going to be at an introductory price. So we are moving our systems over, and so literally for this week, I am going to offer you the courses one last time for the introductory price. So if there's training you wish you would have taken from me, now is the time to do it, because you will not see the training at this price ever again, because we are migrating our systems and our platforms, and it's going to cost us more money. And we're going to be changing things up a bit. So I want you to head to sarahrobbins.com now. Somebody post the link in the comments. Go to the store and shop till your heart's content, because I believe the value that you are going to get there when you invest in yourself. You are the most valuable asset you have, right? When you invest in yourself, it will be the best investment that you make. I'll really quickly tell you about the courses in case you're wondering about them, you want to learn more about them. But don't say I didn't warn you. It is literally for this week, and then our prices are going to change. I promised that it would happen in 2019, and I just got busy. So 2019 is already, you know, we're a quarter into it, so I've got to do what I said I was going to do so we can migrate and move our systems. Here's what it is. When you go to sarahrobbins.com, you can look with me now if you want and head over to the site and just open up another tab. You click on the store. So here's what's available to you. First and foremost, we've got a combo which includes our books and our CDs, best-selling book and my CD system. You can get it CD or MP3. We've got some bundles that can give you some good pricing and great promotion there. But I really want you to draw your eyes to the webinars, which will say live training with Sarah Robbins. So first one is called Rock Your Recruiting. It is a 2-hour masterclass that teaches you how to power prospect and rock your recruiting and network marketing. Now here's the thing. Prospecting is basically, what is it? It's the art of talking to people. If you want great ideas on how to find new customers and distributors for your business, that's a class for you. I give you tons of ideas and language on how to excite people and invite people to learn more. But when people are like, where do I find people? This class is it. It's 2 hours worth of training. Everything you need to know on how to find customers and consultants. It was our top selling webinar of 2018. It includes downloads of ideas for prospecting, like where to find new customers and distributors, and scripts, exactly who to talk to, where to find them, and what to say. It's all there. And the course is right now at the introductory price. Again, it is going to increase after 1 week, okay? So that's that, last chance for that. Last chance for social media that sells webinar. So this actually I think would have tied the Rock Your Recruiting webinar. It's a 2-hour masterclass with me on how to rock your recruiting and supersize your sales on social media. So basically, you're going to get ideas of ways to meet people online, language and ideas of how to reach out online and then take it offline, power post ideas, so like what you should be posting on Facebook and Instagram, how to sell without selling, more about storytelling and influencing. I'm going to teach you live video. It's 1,200 times more interaction, which means much more likely people see your post when you're leveraging live video. We're going to teach you how to do Facebook and Facebook stories, Instagram and Instagram stories, and really how to recruit like a rock star and supersize your sales all online. We teach you how to host virtual events. I use social media to train and engage your team. And like I said, my sister is training on there. She built 2 6-figure businesses on Instagram with no paid advertising. I built a 7-figure business on Facebook, no paid advertising, as it relates to the events and prospecting that I did. And we teach it to you in that masterclass. Again, after this week, the price is going to change. So if you are ever interested in that course, now's your time. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can and sharing with you this information now so nobody can say, gosh, I didn't know, or I wish I knew. Okay, so that's your chance to get that course. You'll see our MP3s. Again, you know about those. Supersize Your Sales. That's a 2-hour live training with me. It's a selling summit. I teach you how to supersize your selling in direct selling, basically ideas of ways to not only get customers, but keep customers for the long term. How we built a billion-dollar sales team, and the majority of that comes from customer sales. So that's an incredible one. Again, last chance for that at the introductory price. Next up, power up your presenting. So you might be thinking like presenting, like, gosh, is she talking about like how to be like, you know, a keynote speaker, or is she teaching me how to do like, you know, Toastmasters? No. Basically, this is going to teach you how to share your story in a way that's compelling, believable, and engaging. I'm going to teach you how to package your product story, so to tell more about your products in 60 seconds. Your business story, how to tell your why and what the business is doing for you without talking about money. We focus on impact versus income, and I'm going to teach you how to do it in 30 seconds. I'm going to teach you how to share your company story as well over call, coffee, meeting, or event. We're going to talk about in-person events, ones you do at your home, team events, the ones that you would do in a hotel, virtual events as well. And guys, that is a skill set that you must master if you plan on being successful in network marketing. Again, the last chance to get it at the introductory price. Naomi posted the link, sarahrobbins.com, go to store. Again, I'm giving you the 2018 pricing for one last week before we migrate our systems and change over those courses as well. Trying to be transparent and sharing as much as I can, okay? Next up, Conquer the Close, a 90-minute session. This is going to be on how to crush your conversions, crack common objections with confidence, and conquer the close, which will help people get off the fence and into your business and network marketing. There's also one on seasonal sales, and one of our most powerful ones of 2019 was Rock Start. It's how to get yourself and your team off to a rockin' start. I give you the exact system. Art Jonak from the Mastermind event, guys, he interviewed me at a leadership session, and he said, guys, to have 15 frontline legs or leaders that have built to the top in a compensation plan is unheard of. He said most top leaders, yeah, they'll recruit hundreds of people, and the majority of their income comes from 3, 4, or 5 legs or leaders. Ours comes from 15. He said arguably it might be one of the most successfully personally sponsored teams in the industry. So we know what we're doing, we know what we're talking about. It's the exact system on how I train a new consultant. So whether you're new and you're starting, you want to know how to start strong, or whether you're a leader and you've been starting people for a while and you want to refine your system, or maybe you just want to restart your business as well, this training is perfect for you. So here's what I want you guys to do. Check them out, sarahrobbins.com, go to the store. You can either buy now or click learn more, or get the details, sorry. That will just tell you everything about every course that you'd want to know. And I want you to know that this introductory price is going to be about half the price that we are going to be sharing these courses for in the future as we migrate our systems. So it is your chance to become a student of the profession, invest in you. Learning really is the best investment that you will ever make, because if you are serious about building a successful network marketing business, You need the coaching and the mentorship from somebody who's gone before you and who has done it and done it successfully. So truly, I want to encourage you. You will be the best investment that you make. Training in this profession will be the best investment that you will make if you're serious about building a successful business. So again, I'll post the link below. And again, I'm going to be talking about it this week at the end of each one of my trainings, just so everybody's clear and so nobody misses out. I believe in transparency and integrity beyond reproach. Go ahead and pick up any courses you are interested in this week on the store at sarahrobbins.com, and I'll post a link. But with that, guys, I hope you did also enjoy today's free tip. Remember, the biggest mistake you'll ever make is hitting the wall in prospecting, walking away from a conversation, or worse yet, walking away from the business. So make sure you listen to the beginning if you didn't. I believe there's great value in creating a simple system. That's how our team grew big, on a simple system. When people say yes, what do I do? When people say no, we're not interested, what do you do next? And remember, the biggest mistake you'll make is quitting and not investing in you, giving it the time and attention that it takes to build one of the greatest businesses, the best side gigs on the planet. All right, guys, what did you learn today and what are you enjoying? Go ahead and share it below. Don't forget you can share this on your team page or in the inbox with a friend. As always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great one, guys. God bless. Goodbye for now, and stay tuned to this space, because I'm going to be sharing more free training with all of you. Rock on, rock stars.